Cool. Right. I'm going to present my entire screen. There we go. Let me know when you can see it.
Yep, we can see.
Okay, cool. Right. Nice to see you all. It's a packed out crowd, which is always good to see. And today, does anybody, if you actually know what you're here for, just pop it in the chat. What are you here for? What do you know is going on, what is happening today? So I would like to know if anybody knows what is going on. What is all this nonsense about? No idea, says Akshay. Maximilian says, oh, learning DigiDom, question mark, Adobe Spark. Lots of Adobe Sparks coming in. Right, that's great news. Well, I have some special news for you all today. And it's because, and the special news is, easy to just say no, says Benita. Right, the special news is that I'm inviting you to take part in the DigiDom challenge. You see, it says DigiDom there, and that's me, because my name's Dom, and I do a lot of stuff with digital stuff. So that's why it's called the DigiDom challenge. And it's using Adobe Spark, as always, because I'm the Adobe Spark guy. It's all I ever do. Morning, afternoon, evening, in my dreams, all the time. So here's where we're going to get started. Let me show you something on my screen. So someone just called me DigiDom. It's not DigiDom. It's the DigiDom for Dominic. Come on, people. Right. Let me present this. Let's let it load. Ooh, can you hear my screaming baby in the background? Oops. Right. This is the DigiDom challenge. And this is just for you guys at Leo. I don't know if you knew that. You're the first people in the world to take the DigiDom challenge. And it's very, very exciting. So it is a kind of pupil Spark reward program. And I'll show you all about it here. So this program is for rewarding Leo students who take on the DigiDom challenge using Adobe Spark. I put a button in here. You can just see it. And I'll show you that later. But I'll go through this presentation and then start looking through all the different things. So 100 Leo pupils, and I think there's only 25 on this call, so you've all got a pretty good chance of winning, but 100 Leo pupils will win a £10 book voucher by completing 6 DigiDom challenges and putting them together into a Spark page portfolio. Ooh, interesting. So that's good. So let's have a look at what that actually means. Right. How to win a £10 book voucher. You have to do 2 Spark posts, 2 Spark pages, 2 Spark videos, and then once you've done all those, you're going to bring your work all together using a portfolio, an Adobe Spark page portfolio. So once you've completed your 6 DigiDom challenges, your 2 Spark pages, your 2 Spark posts, and your 2 Spark videos, you're going to put them all together into a portfolio that you can showcase with the Leo world and with me, of course. And that's going to be good fun. So once you've done all of those things, your absolute final step is once you've completed your challenges, you put them together into that digital portfolio I was talking about, and then you will enter your link. I will explain what that means. You will enter your link into the Google form below for a chance to win one of 100 £10 book vouchers. And you're all Google experts because you're into Google Classrooms and you've got Google Chromebooks and all this kind of stuff. So you'll know how to use Google Forms already. So let me pop out of that screen there and let's go to this one. Ooh, nice. Right, I'm going to present this one. So I'm saying to you that you have to do these 6 DigiDom challenges and then put them all together into a portfolio. So let's have a look at some of the challenges. Come on, internet. Honestly, can't get the internet staff these days. Give it a second and it will load. If all else fails, I shall plug into my lap. There we go. It's done. Didn't have to worry about it failing. Right. So this is where we take you from 0 to digital hero, which is my catchphrase, using Adobe Spark. So what kind of things have we got? I'll skip past this because I've given you an introduction myself. Right. Some of the challenges we've got. How to make a DJ poster. This one is wicked, isn't it? And it's really good fun, actually. I'll show you how to do this one really quickly once I've stopped blabbering on. Let me just check the time so I don't go on too long. Cool. So you can make a DJ poster. That one's using Adobe Spark Post. Breaking news video. That's another really good one. And I did mine. I took a little toy that we had, and I pretended it was a drowning elephant in the bath, and I made my own news story around it, and it was fun. Next one, how to make a powerful profile picture. This one's great. The tutorial on this, you see, all the challenges come with their own tutorial. I used a picture of Serena Williams because she's amazing, and I made an incredibly powerful profile picture. Another one you can do is make an epic film. I'm sure you'll all be into making epic films. This one is really simple. It's like a 5 or 6 step film. Very easy to do. Just write a couple of sentences for each step of your film and bring it all together using Adobe Spark Video. We're going to make a magazine cover. This one is great. I made my one on basketball, and it was fun. I'll show you sort of some examples of things like that. How to make a party invitation. This one will be great for when lockdown's over, because you can invite all your friends, or invite your family around, and you can have like a movie night or a party night, whatever you want to do. That one's using Spark Post. Another one is how to film a ghost story. This one's cool because I just put a sheet over my head and pretended to be a ghost, and that was fun. And that's using Adobe Spark Video. How to make a movie poster. So once you've done your ghost story, for example, you can then make a movie poster for it. That's very simple using Adobe Spark Post. Next one is how to make your own weird words. Now you might have you might have read Roald Dahl books, for example. And in the BFG, they talk about snozzcumbers. Well, that's a made up word. That doesn't even exist. And then they talk about things like frobscottle. There's no such thing as frobscottle. And then in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, for example, they talk about phantasmagorical inventions. Phantasmagorical, that's not even real. So you can make your own weird words up, and I'll teach you how to do that and put it all together using Adobe Spark Post. Right, create an art portfolio. I don't know whether any of you have been doing a little bit of art during lockdown. There's lots of art tutorials you can do, and you can bring those all together into an art portfolio, which is beautiful, a beautiful way to showcase your talents. Design a book cover. I definitely know that some of you Leo people, some of you digital leaders have given that a go already. Designing a book cover is a brilliant way to take your favorite book, for example, and make your own book cover. Do it yourself. Also, I am sure that some of you have been doing workouts. I think, am I right in thinking that there's been some Leo workouts? The Leo PE staff, have they been doing workouts, Mr. Macaulay or Miss Cotup?
And there's also a virtual sports day. So perfect.
Insane. Yes. Well, you could also use your party invitation, the party invitation one that I showed you back here, and you can make a sports day invitation. It doesn't have to be a party one, but yeah. But the workout journal, that would be brilliant. You could bring together some of your sports day activities, put them all together into a journal. That one's good. Do you like that picture there? It's great, isn't it? Also, how to make a video book review. I think a lot of you have done this in class, so that would be a great one to do. Pick your favorite book, give us a book review, see what you think of it. How to create a personal portfolio. Now, this is the tutorial where you can bring all your Spark challenges together and put them into a portfolio and submit that as your entry to win one of the book vouchers. So that's a good one. Lunch and Learn challenge. I've actually just done this one, and I just made fish finger sandwiches. I toasted the bread. I put mayonnaise on the bread. I just eat too much mayonnaise. Then fish fingers, then some rockets to pretend that it was really healthy. And yeah, and I did that in the oven, and it was great. And I put it together into an instructional video, and that would be a good one to do. Little Inventors Daily Challenge. This one's great. If you want to create crazy inventions like this guy's here, you see this invention over here would be great at concerts, for example. If you can't see over the top of somebody's head, you wear these glasses, and you can look into the frames. It bounces up, and then you can see over everybody's head, which would be great. Voiceover video. This one's a good one. You can do this to create your own kind of like rap, because rap is poetry and poetry is rap. So you could use that one. A dual coded image as well. You could pick your favorite, I don't know, like lyric from a song or something that a really famous person said, and you can make a Spark post which has their face and then their words in a really cool sort of mix. And then the last one, we've got to write a 200-word challenge. And the one in this example down here in the tutorial video is, should it be a law to have to wear bike helmets while you're using your bike, while you're riding your bike? Because not everybody does use a helmet. And I wonder whether it should be illegal not to wear a helmet. I'm not really sure. So I put together a 200-word challenge on, should you be forced to wear a bike helmet every time you use your bike? So there we go. There's all the challenges. I'm going to be sending out all of these links. Now you will see, you see, look, here's my Spark page in all its glory. You will see that every Spark page has or every Spark challenge has its own tutorial video. So you can kind of play them in this one here. Or you can go to YouTube and see the Dom Trainer creative tutorials on there. And they're all there. Look at them. Here we go. If I just go to videos here, then there they all are. Look at them. There's about 20 of them at the moment. And by probably about a week's time, there'll be 24. This one's called Party Invite. Let me just play it up in here. Okay, and because the cool thing about this, I've turned the sound off, is where's my intro? Here I am. Teach you how to make a party invitation. Look at that shirt and those sunglasses. You just missed those, but they'll see. I'm going to do a party invite. Cool. So all of the videos, video tutorials are all on YouTube. They're also linked on that page we were just going through before. And I think in terms of, before I go on to the tutorial, I'll do one live to show you how easy it is. Mr. Macaulay, did we decide on how long our young Digi fans are going to get to actually produce their kind of competition entries? How long did we give them in the end?
I think we gave them 3 weeks, so that gives us time to look at them so we can have a celebration by the end of term.
Nice.
That still works.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. So you've got about 3 weeks. Now, you can do, I mean, I would say you probably need to leave about an hour to get these done. Because most of the tutorials are around 10 minutes. Some of them are a bit longer, some of them are a bit shorter, maybe about 12 minutes is about the average. So about 12 minutes to look through the tutorial, and then it might take you about another 40 minutes to actually put them together. Now, the thing I would say is that a lot of the Spark video challenges, they might take a little bit longer because you might have to do some filming. But also, I also think they're a little bit more fun because, like, making your own ghost story, that's pretty good fun. Right, let me now go on to, unless there's anything else for you to say, Mr. Macaulay, I'll go on to how to do the first tutorial.
I would not want to steal your thunder, but I see that Siva has got his hand up. Siva, can I take your question? If you unmute yourself, is that right?
Yeah. How would you know when we did the 6 when we did the 6 of those challenges?
Mm-hmm. How will we know? Well, that's because when you've done, let me just go back in here. When you've done your 6 challenges, so let's go through this again. So 100 Leo pupils are going to win a £10 book voucher by completing 6 DigiDom challenges and putting them together in a Spark portfolio, right? So you do 2 Spark post, 2 Spark page, 2 Spark video challenges. Then you put it all together into a portfolio. And the last step is go to this Google form and you'll get all of these links. We'll send it all out in one sort of short email, and you will enter your portfolio to win. So if I click here, for example, it'll open up into this page here, and all you need to do is put your Leo email address so we know who you are, put your name in here, select your school, and then you'll put your Spark page portfolio link in there. And I'll show you how to generate a link. And once you've done that, you just press submit. And then we will get your entry and we'll be able to look through them and go, blimey, look at that. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Let's give them a tenner book voucher. That'd be cool. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Sweet. Right. Let's go for our first one then. So if I go back to this here, so in our challenges, The first one, that is that you don't have to do them in any order, by the way. There's going to be, by the time most of you are kind of halfway through, at least, there'll be 24 challenges. You only need to pick 6 of them. That's fine. But this is the first one in the list, and it's how to make a DJ poster, and it's really good fun. And actually, it's pretty easy. So I'm going to show you how to do this one first, but you just choose whichever 6 you like the most. Start off here. So you're going to be in spark.adobe.com. You're going to log in with your school, your normal kind of Google address, I guess you would call it. And
Hello.
go on. Someone got a question? No, maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to create a project. I'm going to show you how to do the DJ poster. I think, no, I'm going to do it a different way. Right, so at the top here, you will see that you can search templates. Now, this is the way to make them look really good without having to start from scratch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put music album in there, because I'm thinking, well, a DJ is kind of like a musician, and there's lots of different templates for music album. Now you can go through these and you can choose whichever one you like. I'm hoping that one comes up that I really like. And keep on going. Ooh, this is the one. This is the one I use in my tutorial. This one here, this guy Nate Owner. But you see how many cool ones are in there, and you can just take them and remix them. That's what we call it. We call it remixing. So if I click that template there, and then you see it's already had 21,781 remixes. Well, after I do it, it's going to be 21,782 remixes. So I'm going to edit this template. Just give it a little time to load. And what I'm going to show you is how to use, you can either use a stock photo if you want, right? Because if you look at the background image here, if I click on that background image, I can press replace. And you'll see in our free photos, this background image is actually a free photo. So you could just pick anyone, you can do whoever you like. This guy looks like a pretty cool DJ. Or, ooh, that one there. She looks pretty cool, doesn't she? So you can choose a free photo if you like. But what I'm going to do is, and I think this would be a cool thing for you guys to do as well, is rather than find free photos, I'm going to upload my own. So if I go to desktop, I've got a little Leo folder going on here. And just before this call, I took a photo. Actually, let me show you it without it going into the Spark page, Spark post, sorry. Let's go here. Let's go Leo. Check this out. That's me with my swimming goggles on. You might not even think it's true. It is. I got them from my mum for my birthday. It was my birthday last week, and none of you sent a card, by the way, especially you, Mr. Macaulay. But anyway, I took a photo of myself just using my phone, or was that my iPad? I think I might use my iPad, actually. But once you've taken a photo of yourself, okay, you can go back into Spark. You can find that photo, open it up, and look at this. Come on, it's going to load. It's going to do it. Look, there I am. Nice work. So I'm going to create my own DJ poster. Now, this one's called Nate Owner. Whoever Nate Owner is, I have no idea. But I'm not Nate Owner. I am DigiDom. So I'm going to, I think I'll put it all as one, actually. And actually, because it's a DJ poster, I've called myself DJ DigiDom. Sweet. Okay. So I've got my text in there. I just had to sort of remix a little bit by changing the words up. Now I want it all on one line. So you see how you can use the kind of dynamic feature here. Just use the little circles. Any of them is for, you can pick them up on any side. I'm going to move mine into one line like that. Right. Next thing I'm going to do is, you see these lines here, the 3 lines across the middle? Well, they're an icon, right? So I'm going to go to replace icon because I want my lines to look a little bit different. And I think, yeah, maybe choose these ones here because I want them to be vertical. And the reason why I want them to be vertical is I'm going to try and match the text to each kind of different bits of text to each line. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Make it a bit bigger, maybe. There we go. Okay, cool. Now you can just move this. Oh, I've selected the wrong one. move this around however you want. That'll kind of center it. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep those there, and then I'm going to select my text, and I'm just going to use my arrows like you can do on your Chromebooks because you're a Chromebook people. Now I want DJ to be to the left of this box, of this orange box, but I want DigiDom to be in the kind of yellowy orange. It's not orange, is it? It's kind of yellowy brown. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reduce the letter spacing. You can see all the tools down the side. I'm going to reduce the letter spacing. Okay, that's pretty cool. And now I can use my arrows. Yeah, nice. And you can just kind of fiddle around with it like this. Cool. I like it. DJ DigiDom. Now, what else am I going to do in here? Well, if I go back to my folder that I showed you before, I've actually done this challenge before. And this is what I did, this one on the left here. I took a photo of myself with a beanie on, put some sunglasses on the front, took it like a selfie. That was my original photo. But I wanted to change the words, and I wanted to put like new remix, like I'd just done a new album. And I wanted to, it was like my album launch. So I said out now. And you see the way the text is in the boxes here? That's pretty cool. And I changed this to available on Sparklify. It's kind of like a play on words with Spotify. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this piece of text. And because I want to keep the font and all the kind of color and the styling all the same, rather than just like add in some text here, I might say like new remix, for example. Done. Then it kind of, you know, the sizing is a bit off. I didn't really want to do it like that. So I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to go to DJ DigiDom, and I'm going to duplicate it because that means it's going to look exactly the same in terms of size. I'm going to pop that up there, right? Going to make sure it's in the box. And then I'm going to select that all and put new remix. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to try and center it so it's in the box. You see the letter spacing? I'm going to bring that down again just so it fits in the box. There we go. That'll do. I'll use my arrows just to make sure it's in the perfect position. I think that's about right. So we've got new remix, DJ DigiDom. What else am I going to put in there? Let me just check to see what I did in my last one. DJ DigiDom, out now, available on Sparklify. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'll take, let me think, this text here, duplicate it again. I'll bring this one down here. I'll make it, I'll put, double click it, and then I'll put out now. Press done. Okay, cool. Maybe what I might try and do is actually increase the letter spacing on this one. Now, if I wanted to change things like the font, you know, I absolutely can. You know, I can change it to whatever I like. The only reason why I kind of don't want to do that is because I quite like consistency in the font and the colors and things like that. So when you're doing your designs, sort of the general rule of thumb is, you know, maybe stick to 3 main colors and try and keep the fonts, you know, roughly the same. Like maybe 2 different style of fonts is good. But I changed that font already, but I didn't want to do it. So I'm going to do undo font again. And you see, cool, I'm back to the one I wanted. So new remix, DJ DigiDom, out now. And then I'm going to select my text at the bottom. See how I did that? You just double click it. And I'm going to put available on Sparklify because I've already said new album. I'm going to put available on Sparklify. Okay. Now what I might do is just drag this out. Now, one of the things I'm looking at here is I'm thinking, these are 2 different style of fonts here. And I'm not too happy about that. So what I'm going to do is, what you can see, Sparklify is one type of font on Sparklify, and then available is another. And you can tell that because they've got these little like kind of brackets around them. So what I'm going to do is just delete that secondary style. And now it's all the same, which is cool. I like that. I'm going to keep all mine the same, I think. Right, I'm going to center it down there. Maybe I'll reduce the letter spacing on this as well. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in, just going to go to add here, add an icon. And because I'm a DJ, I'm going to pop in some headphones. So if I go here, and you can select any kind of headphones, there's absolutely loads of them. Which ones shall I go for? Which one shall I go for? These ones look cool. That'll go in there. Now you'll see that there's a couple of things which I don't like here. I don't like the size of it. It's too big. And I also don't like the color because you can't see it because it's kind of the similar color to the background. So I'm going to select color on the right-hand side here and then make it white. That's cool. Then I'm going to bring the size down. Okay. Ooh, select the wrong one there. Bring this down. And then you see this little rotation arrow here. Just going to change that up. Use my arrows to bring it down. I still think it's too big. So I'm going to bring it right down there. Pair of headphones, just oh, keep on moving the photo instead. And I'll pop it on there. Nice, liking that so far. But then the other thing I'm thinking is I don't like the way the headphones are kind of going into this out now box. So I think what I need to do is I need to reduce the size of the lines and those 3 boxes of text. So watch how I'm going to do this. Select the top text here. Then I'm going to press Shift. I'm going to select the second one. I'm going to keep Shift held down. I'm going to select the third one. And I'm going to select the lines at the back. I've still got Shift pressed down, by the way. Nice. Now, they are all now in a group. And what that means is when I then resize that group, they all move at the same time. Isn't that cool? And I can also move them and they'll all go at the same time. And I think around about there is where I want it. Maybe I'll even make it a little bit smaller and center a little bit more so you can see my chops just under out now down there. Cool. Liking that. Now, I think also these lines here, I feel like they're a little bit too bold. You can kind of see that they're a little bit see-through down here, but they're still quite bold. So what I want to do is I'm going to reduce the opacity. Now, what opacity means is how much you can see through it. When you might have heard the word opaque, which means you can see through it. And I'm going to reduce now, because you see, if I go up to 100%, it's a completely solid color, and you can see it's actually more of an orange there. But if I reduce the opacity, it's kind of halfway see through. That's pretty cool. Liking that. So I'm liking what we've got so far. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to, maybe let me just move the headphones slightly to the right. Cool. Like it. Maybe I'll also, maybe I'll also just angle it a little bit more as well. Maybe just to there. I want it to kind of hang on the edge of the text there. Cool. So that looks pretty cool to me. But the other thing is I'm thinking, this kind of blue wash that it's given the background photo. Let me show you how you can do this. Now, there's a couple of things. There's loads of things, in fact, you can do with the photos. You can do things like flip them over. You see? You can see my hairs go from one side to the other. You can flip them. You could also turn yourself upside down if you want. That's quite cool. But no, I'll keep it that way. I think I'd rather that way. But one of the things is you can put filters on. Now, if I take the filter off, you can see it's got the colorized filter on. If I take the filter off, it's the normal photo. Actually looks quite good, actually. But you've got all sorts of ways to, filter this image. Some are better than others. The matte ones are usually pretty cool. But in this, yeah, that one's kind of nice. But actually, I'm thinking that I'll probably end up, you see, if you select the filter and then press the shuffle button, it kind of goes through a few different options. Go to colorize. Ooh, the red one. I like the red one. I think that is what I'm going to do. But you can also go up to enhance photo here. So you've got let me just select it again, show you how I did it. Select the background photo, go to filters. You can also enhance the photo, not by the filters, but by the sort of different sliders you've got going on here. You see how it kind of changes. That one's quite cool, makes it quite dramatic. You can change the brightness as well. Yeah, you don't want to kind of fiddle around too much with these because then it starts getting crazy. But you know what? Have a little play. Why not? That one's quite cool. Maybe take the shadows down a bit. So just have a little play with it. See what you think. And then, yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Next thing I'm going to do is you can download any of the work that you do. If you've done something where you want a clear background, you can select a PNG, and that'll give you a transparent background. Maybe you'll be able to see that if you go to the logo tutorial. That'll be up in about a week's time. But otherwise, you can select JPEG, for example, start the download, and you'll see bottom left of the screen, it's downloaded there. You can also name your posts. So maybe I'll just, it's good practice. It's a DigiDom DJ poster. Cool. And the other thing you can do is you can share, right? So you can publish it, and you can do this on all of the Spark apps, you know, Spark Page, Spark Post, and Spark Video. And you press the link button there. And when you get that link, which will come up in a second, this is the kind of link that you're going to actually put into that Google form we were talking about. Do you remember I was talking about this is where you're going to submit your final piece of work? So you put your email address in, you put your name in so we know who you are, so we can give you your prize. You tick what school you're from. And then also, this is where you're going to put the link in. So let me just go back here. You see it's generated the link while we were waiting. And I can copy that. And then when I'm in my Google form, I can paste it in there, and that's my I mean, you would be doing this for your portfolio, which kind of brings them all together. Okay, but then I would submit that as my entry. Okay, so when you've done all 6 of your challenges, you put them together into the Spark page, and then you can submit your entry. Let's see what time we're on here. Okay, Mr. Macaulay, are you there? Are you receiving me?
I am listening loud and hearing you loud and clear, Mr. Trainer.
Okay, cool. So what I'm thinking is, let's just see if there's any. Someone said, can you show us how to do the link? So doing the link is the same on all of the Spark apps. You just go to the share button in the top right, you press publish, and then you press the link button and it'll generate the link. So I've already done that, so mine's ready to go. Let's see what else we've got. When is it due? You've got 3 weeks. How do you get the portfolio? Like, can I work with my brother? Yeah, but you can only get 1 prize. 1 link is or 1 portfolio is 1 prize. Okay. Anything else that we need? Can you show us how to get a link for Adobe Spark? Okay. Maybe what do you think, Mr. Macaulay? Should I show everyone how to put together a Spark page, the portfolio itself?
That would be good. Maybe you could use some of the examples that you've already done to show how they can all be kind of embedded.
Good idea. Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, of course. So let me prepare something here just so that I'm not scrabbling around for things. I've got a little folder. You'll see that Leo is so special. Where'd it go? Hang on, I think it's in here. Let me just check. I've got a special Leo folder. There it is, Leo Challenge. Cool. Right, so let me show you how to put together your portfolio. Now, here's some of the, here's examples of different DigiDom challenges that I've done, okay? So what I'm gonna do is show you how to make those into a Spark page, like a portfolio. So I'm gonna create a project here. I'm gonna go to web page. Okay, now when you're in here, add a title. So I will put like Mr. M's DigiDom challenges. Okay, cool. You can add a subtitle in if you want, but I'm not going to bother. You don't always need to. Right, I haven't got a picture of Mr. Macaulay, unfortunately. Mr. Macaulay, what photo can we search for that would represent you?
I reckon a superhero of some form.
Whatever. Okay. Yes. There we go. That's the one.
That's me. That is me.
Awesome. You're looking quite green after the weekend. Right. Mr. M's DigiDom challenges. Right. So then I put in some text and I could put something like, here are all my challenges. Give me a £10 voucher, please, Mr. DigiDom. I'm not a Mr. DigiDom. I'm just a DigiDom. Right. There we go. So cool. I'm going to make that H1 so it's really big. Might center it as well. Now, this theme, one of the things you can do with Spark Page is you can change the themes. I'm not quite sure which. I think we're on Crisp at the moment. My favorite theme, I have to say, is Luca. I think it's really cool because I really like the way it puts these kind of red lines around things. Let me get rid of those things. But you can choose any theme you like. Yes, so it's on a header 1. So header 1 means the biggest one you can possibly do. Header 2 is slightly smaller. And then the quotes makes it a little bit different altogether. So I'm going to make mine header 1. Here are all my challenges. Give me a £10 voucher, please. DigiDom. Right. Now what we're going to do is press the plus button down here, and maybe what I'll do is I'll put all of my challenges into a split layout. Right, so let's have a look. Here we go. My first, maybe one of the ones that you'll be doing is the logo challenge. Okay, so here's my DigiDom logo. I made my own logo, which was like a skateboard with a camera on top, and I did this using a template as well. Templates are absolutely brilliant. Right, so I'm gonna, what should I do? I'll download it, I think. And because I want this to be a transparent background rather than the white background. So I'm gonna select transparent. This is only in PNG, okay? So I've got my logo there, and then I'm also gonna share it. Why not? Got the post already. And then what I can do is I can add my image in here, right? Maybe I'll go to upload photo. It'd be in my downloads, DigiDom logo. There it is. Gonna open it up, pop it in there. Come on. Ooh. Sometimes Spark does this, and it's kind of annoying. There's my image. Look at that, beautiful. There's my logo, and then I can put something like make it into header 1. Challenge 1. I made my own. Ooh, let me just put the click text again. I made my own logo using Spark Post. Spell it right. Come on. And then I'm going to select that as H2, make it a bit bigger. I'm going to censor it. Maybe I'll just put Adobe in there so it wasn't so lonely with that one word. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll put a button in and I'll say click to see my logo. Because I've already got it on the left. I don't really need to do this, but I just want to show you how to make a button because buttons are cool. I'm going to center my button. You see the alignment. You can align it to the left or the center or the right. I've pressed the center, and you'll see, click to see my logo. And when I present, see, I can present my page. So you see, here's Mr. M's DigiDom challenges. Here are all my challenges. Give me a £10 voucher, please, DigiDom. And then it's challenge 1. I made my own logo using Adobe Spark Post. The logo's on this side, and I can also click. And there's my logo there as well. So that's pretty cool, right? So we've done our first challenge. And then what I'm going to do is put another split layout in. And then I'll put something like challenge 2. I'll change that to H1. See, it puts that really nice red line in there, which I think is cool. And then what am I going to do for my challenge 2? Let's go back to my folder here. Ooh, yeah. This is a good one. The Dynamite Chase. Let me show you this one. This is making your own epic story. Let me show you this one. And if I just publish it very quickly, I'll be able to show you. Okay, cool. Right, I'm gonna. This is. Actually, I'll present it in here because this is better. So this is using Spark Page to make an epic adventure story. Just let this one load. So it's just used Spark Page in exactly the same way as I'm showing you now, but I use it to make a really, really cool adventure story, an epic tale of daring and heroism. Boom, big explosion. If you watch the tutorial, it shows you how to do all of this and how to structure your story. I've got a shadowy stranger, and I chose a black and white free photo of a man with a big bag who'd laid the explosion. There's me looking sad. Then, you know, we've got this. We're using a glide show here to show, you know, how I chased. This is in my dreams. Obviously, I chased the driver of the car on a motorbike, and then he disappeared down an empty street, and I slammed on the brakes. It would now be up to the police to sort this out. Cool. Right. So I want to get that link. Let me copy that. So the same as always, doesn't matter which Spark you're doing, Spark page, Spark post, Spark video, you can always share by publishing and sharing the link. The share is always there. And then I'm going to go back to my portfolio page. And what did I say? I thought I'd already put challenge 2. Yeah, I had. Okay. I made an epic adventure story using Spark page. Okay, maybe I'll change that to H2 as well, make it a bit bigger. Maybe I'll center it. I can put in a little button here, Mr. M's Epic Adventure. Okay, pop in my link, center the button again, save it, and then over here, I can, find a free photo. My story was about an explosion. So I put explosion in there. Boom, that's exactly the same photo I used. Look at that. So that's challenge 2. I made an epic adventure story using Spark page. So you would just carry on like that and you would put your 6 challenges in there. Let me show you what I can do. So that's a page. We did a post there and we did a Spark page there. And then if I go to another split layout here, I don't always just do split layouts, but I think for your portfolio, it probably makes quite a lot of sense. I'm going to go back here and I'll show you my 5x5 ghost story. This one's cool. This is where I put the sheet over my head to pretend that I was a ghost, which is pretty cool. So let's just wait for that one to load. I'm pretty sure I published this one already, so hopefully it's not going to take forever to load, right? So this is my 5x5 adventure ghost story. Very easy to do. It's actually just this will load. I've got an intro slide and I've got an outro slide as well, sort of like a final slide. But ultimately, it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slides. That's it. That's the ghost story, right? So I'm going to share my ghost story by publishing it. Is the link already there? Oh no, it's going to have to create its own link. So let's go and make our page while we're at it. Let me just get rid of some of these tabs so stop getting confused. Right, so add my image. This one is for my ghost story. So I'm going to put ghost in there. Whoa, check that out. Nice. I really like that. Right, so challenge number 3. Put my text in here. Make it H1. Challenge 3. And then I'll put, I made a terrifying ghost story using Spark Video. Adobe Spark Video. Okay, and then I'll change this to header 2 to keep it consistent. Remember what we were talking about when we were making our posts? Make things consistent. So at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm making all the titles H1. I'm making all the text H2, and I'm also making sure that they're centered. So this one's centered. This one is centered as well. So I just took it off and put it back on center. Cool. And then what you can do is, if I see, look, I've got my link now. We just went away, and when we came back, the link had been generated. Copied that link. Now look at this. This is really cool. I can press the plus button underneath there, pop it in as a video. Now, if I save that, and it's just going to load. Give it a second. Wow, taking forever. So let's just leave that one to load. And then what we can do is start having a look through. So we've got our header image, we've got our title. Another thing you can do with the title is you can move it. If we want to see more of Mr. M's rippling muscles, we can move it to down there, for example. We've got our introduction section. We've got our challenge 1. We've put our button in. We've got our logo over this side. Challenge 2 was making an epic adventure story using Spark page. You don't have to do them in this order. You can do them in any order you like. That's a link through to my page. You can see it if you just open up. You see where I've centered. I always center my buttons. I've got a photo explosion on that side. Oh, blimey, it's still loading. Come on. And then I've got challenge 3 here, which is my ghost story. And what I'll do, let me just see if this is going to prompt it into doing something. I can present this, have a look at, oh yeah, it did as well. Cool. Right. So here's my sort of portfolio entry to the Leo DigiDom challenge. We've got our, start off with a header and your title. Here are my challenges. Give me a £10 voucher, please. Challenge number 1, click to see my logo, but my logo's over here as well. So you don't have to put the button in, but it does make me think, wow, this person really does deserve a £10 voucher. And then we've got challenge 2, which is Mr. M's epic adventure. You can click the page. If you click that, for example, it's going to pull up Mr. M's epic dynamite chase story. If we carry on, or let me present again. And then we're down into our challenge 3. I made a terrifying ghost story using Adobe Spark Video. And look what I can do here. I can bring it up and just play it in the screen itself. And I've got my headphones on, so I'm listening to that, but you can't see it. But look, this is how he did it. Really cool. Oh, come on, load. There we go. So that just needs to load a little bit more. And that's me out of my house seeing the ghost. Right. So there you go. There's that's how to do a Spark page portfolio. Once you've done your 6 challenges, I did 1, 2, 3 there. So you would just keep going until you got to number 6. And when you've done that, you go to share like you do with all of them, publish and share the link. Oh, I'll have to do that once. It's still waiting for the video to load. So when it's ready, you would publish and share link. You would create the link. It'd probably give me an error again now. Oh no, cool. It's going through. And when that link is ready, you can copy that link. Once you've done all your challenges, go to your 200-word challenge. You put in your email address, and it would be email@email.com or whatever it is. Mr. M. Which school are you at, Mr. M? Team Common Infants. There you go. And then you put your Spark page portfolio link in there. Submit. Thank you for submitting. Brilliant. Okay, that's how you do the DigiDom challenge. I will send out links via Mr. M to all of the challenges that you can use for winning your book voucher. We went through them before. I'll just show you again what we've got. So we've got, here's a 0 to Digital Hero. That's what you're going to be doing. Welcome, DigiFans. How to make a DJ poster. How to create a breaking news video. How to make a powerful profile picture. That one was really good. I wish I'd shown you that one. How to make an epic film. That one's a good one. I did that using an orange, just an orange. How to make a magazine cover. That one's really cool. That was my basketball one. How to make a party invitation. This one's a lot of fun. Do that one. How to film a ghost story. I showed you how I did mine in the last one. How to make a movie poster. You can do that on a movie that you actually really like, or you can make up a movie yourself. It could be like Mr. M meets the Hulk. That could be your film, and you can make a poster about it. Then we've got how to make your own weird words. Remember, we were talking about the BFG and Frobscottle and Snozcumber and that kind of thing. You can do that. How to create an art portfolio. This one's really cool. Really like it. How to design a book cover. That one's very simple. That's a good place to start. How to create a workout journal. Good for your sports day. Let's not forget that. How to make a video book review. Lots of you have already done that already. How to create a personal portfolio. Well, I've been showing you that, but you can click that tutorial and find out the different tips and tricks for the Spark page. The Lunch and Learn Challenge. That would be a really good one to do to see what you're having for your lunches, for example. The Little Adventures Daily Challenge. That one's a lot of fun. That one is a lot of fun. Voiceover video, dual-coded image, write a 200-word challenge. And there we go. I think that is probably about all we can take, Mr. M, if that's okay.
That was absolutely awesome, Mr. Trainer. Thank you so, so much.
No problem.
Just for everyone on here, just a few reminders. One is to say we've recorded this. So what I'll do with Mr. Trainer, we'll send you out an email later, and that will include the links to the recording. It'll also have all of the resources and the videos on how to do them. It'll also include, most importantly, the link to make sure you complete. So two posts, 2 pages, 2 videos. Complete those, put them together in a portfolio, enter the competition, and your £10 voucher could possibly be coming your way. Just wanted to say that the vouchers will come to you. Okay, so it's entirely up to you what you then go and spend that book voucher on. It doesn't go to your school or anything like that. They will come directly to you, I think. And I've said it now, so I'll have to do it. But they will come your way. So hopefully that's really, really excited you. And as always, if you find that hard, or if you think, oh, I need a little bit of help with Adobe Spark, then if you're a year 4, post it on Classroom. If you're not a year 4, email your distance learning email address, and then they'll pass that on to myself or Miss Kotup, and we'll do whatever we can to help you. Maybe we can do another one of these if needed. So I'll just sort of wait around for 2 or 3 more minutes. If there are any questions, put them in the chat, guys. But if not, you're very, very welcome to leave. Thank you for coming. Stay safe, and I'm sure we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 There's nothing I can do about it.
Mr. Macaulay, there's 2 questions in the chat. When is the last date to submit?
That is an excellent question. So
I think it's the 26th. Is that right? No,
week after.
Later.
3rd
later.
of July.
Yeah.
3rd of July. Can you ask your mum for help? Of course you can ask your mum for help. You can ask anyone to help you. As long as it's your work, then...
You can't
that's
ask
what
my
you
mum,
do.
though. That'd be cheating.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. Anyone else, say. So, yes.
Not DigiDom's mum. She'd be no help at all.
And the Google form will be sent out so you know where to put your work on, okay?
All the tutorials, the YouTube channel, and the Google form link when you've finished.
Bye, everyone.
Mr. Macaulay, I will put together an email just of links which you can send out, and you can edit that and send it out as you please.
Perfection. Are you happy for us to play the recording almost as a lesson for our children, our key worker children in school?
Whatever you want to do, that's absolutely fine.
Because I was thinking we've not missed out a trick, but we've got a lot of children at school that actually this could be an hour's lesson, right? And they do one a day or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, and every one of the challenges has a tutorial, so you know they're all there as well.
Cool. Well, it's been a busy Leo few days for you, Mr. Trainer.
Oh my word! Yesterday was a marathon, but yeah, really good, and this was great as well. It's really good because it forced me to put together loads of you know, everything in the one place, which was really good.